We're back. Morning Woodward Show, Woodward Sports Network, joined by a very, very special guest. It's the MicroMike, who does great, it makes great content. You know who he is. Like, he's joining the morning show. We appreciate you, Mike. Hope everything's well. Hope you had a great Christmas. New Year's coming up here. I want your thoughts. Big game tomorrow, Mike. Big game.
Massive.
Dallas Cowboys. And they're hey, listen, I hate the Cowboys. We can make fun of them all we want, but this is one of the biggest tests for the Lions. I would say the Ravens obviously would be the biggest test. But I want your thoughts on just the matchup. Maybe concern level might be aggressive, but just kind of your thoughts on the matchup this week and kind of the importance of winning this game. Because, Mike, if they win this game, they win the next two games, and the 49ers drop one, they could sneak right into that one seed.
It's a massive, massive game for the Detroit Lions here. Have an opportunity to get that number 2 seed, potentially number 1 seed. But again, you got to go on the road against the Dallas team that's averaging 40 points at home right now. Really, really good home team. And just like Flannel Sam was saying, yeah, some of those opponents were not as good, but still, they're at home. They do really well there. They score a lot of points there. It's not easy to score 40 points at home. So, look, the Lions got a tough test ahead of them. It's going to be the Lions' offensive line. Can they dominate the line of scrimmage? If they can, the Lions can run the football, run their offense, and they can stay in this game. If that defense starts to get pressure on Jared Goff with Micah Parsons, we may have some problems right there.
Ooh, that's a perfect transition into this. So, Mike, what is your confidence level that this Detroit Lions team, both with Ben Johnson and the offensive line, can keep Micah Parsons from wrecking the game?
I'm very confident that they can if they're healthy, and they're healthy right now, so I think they're going to do their job on the offensive line. They dominated Danielle Hunter. They made him non-existent, and he was the best pass rusher, in my opinion, in the NFL. Did a great job on the road there. Penei Sewell, best right tackle in football. Taylor Decker, yeah, he was dinged up a little bit, but he's a really good left tackle. I think they'll do their job on the offensive line and be able to run the football. I think that's where the Lions really need to stop Micah Parsons, stop the pass rush, run the football. That reduces it a little bit.
Yeah, I think if Penei Sewell finds his way, match it up with Micah Parsons, in my opinion, I think he goes David Blaine on him, Mike. I think he just, poof, makes him disappear. That's what it seems like it's been doing to most of these guys. But I want to ask you about the run game. That's the biggest storyline to me. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, the best backfield duo in the NFL. You can argue the best offensive line in football. You got a Dallas Cowboys defense that's kind of been giving up these big, big games on the ground. They happened to the Buffalo Bills, Arizona Cardinals. So your thoughts on that matchup, just how important it is for this Lions offense to run the football, because again, that puts Jared Goff in great positions. You don't have to force these balls into tight windows, and of course for turnovers, you don't want that to happen. Duron Bland, pick six artist all year, and on top of that, if they can dominate time of possession, Mike, and keep this Lions defense on the sideline, that's their path to victory. Time of possession.
How do you win on the road, folks? You win time of possession, you run the football, and don't do turnovers. When you run the football, it kind of does all that with it. And when you have a running back duo in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, you got to do that, especially against this defense that's given up 115 yards per game on the run. They're the 12th best run defense in football. We ran the football on the Chicago Bears, who were number 1 at the time. We ran the football on the Minnesota Vikings. We can run the football on the Dallas Cowboys. If you want to pull off the upset, stay with the run game. Now, I'm not saying don't take your shots. Absolutely not. Play action. Give Amon-Ra first down. The first down. That's what you want to see. Get the touchdowns. Sometimes maybe going on 4th down, 4th and 1, because you're playing with house money. You got nothing to worry about. Already locked up the North. But run the football. Stay with it through quarter 1, through quarter 4. You want to pull off the upset, it's got to be on those backs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I have no concern that the Lions will win the battle on the ground and outrush the Lions by a lot of yards, or outrush the Cowboys by a lot of yards. But what does concern me a bit is the Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb connection. What is your level of concern for that connection?
I've been saying it all week that this offense is going to put up a ton of points. So don't get mad at the defense if Cowboys drop 30 on us. There's just a great offense. Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb has been one of the best combinations in football this year, especially when they're at home. They're at home going against our secondary, our defense. So I'm not going to be too mad if they put up 30-some points. Just take a couple shots, make a couple plays defensively, whether it be 1 or 2 stops or a pick, something like that if you want to be able to get this win. But you're right. It's going to be nearly impossible to stop this offense. especially Dak to CD.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, Mike, because I think just kind of getting the feel for Lions fans, a lot of people will be like, well, the Cowboys, they're not going to clear 20 points, and I think it should be the opposite. They're going to clear. I'm with you. They're going to score 30. The question is, and I think they can, this game will be a shootout. Can the Lions keep up with them and just play clean offensively? I want to ask you, though, one player offensively, one player defensively. What are two guys, or maybe you can go through a couple, that need to have big games on Saturday for the Lions to come out with a victory, or need to step up?
Let's start with 3 straight games for Futu Mofan. We'll have him come in here and do what he has been doing, getting turnovers. He's really fast when he blitz, safety blitz, and he hits home every single time. If Futu Mofanu can continue his great upward trend right now, it seems like a top 5 safety. The Lions have a shot because he can make plays. When you have playmakers out there making plays, getting turnovers, you can do it. He has done that. For the offensive side, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs has got to come out, and he's got to have those explosive plays, big chunk run plays. If the Lions do that, they'll keep feeding him, and they'll stay the Lions in the run game, and the play action will work. Those 2 players have big games. The Lions have a shot.
Mike, do you think the Lions defense can take the football away from the Cowboys at least once? Because I think if they don't, they will lose. But I think if they do, that could flip the game. It might take one play by the defense to maybe flip the game from like a 4-point loss to a 3-point win or something like that. What is your
holding on to the football?
Yeah, no question about it, Mike. It'll be a good one. We appreciate you joining the show. I want to ask you your final score. If you want to save it for your content as well, that's okay.
You look, everybody knows I'm a big old Lions fan, but I do got the Dallas Cowboys winning this game 35-32. I think they're just a better football team at home. With that said, it is a 3-point game. It can flip. Maybe the Lions get a last possession, but I do feel like the Cowboys should have the odds with them, so I'm taking the Cowboys.
Damn you, Mike. Look at all the Lions fans. You hater. You hater.
Not a real fan.
You're not a real fan. No,
I'm kidding.
I appreciate you, Mike, for joining the show. Hopefully we can get you back on soon. We appreciate your presence. By the way, you can find Mike's content, Lions Talk by Chat Sports, on YouTube at Lions Today. It makes great content. You're seemingly just keep growing, Mike. So keep crushing. We appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Always grow like Vicodin.
Yeah. There you go. MicroMike, the legend, joining the program. Let's head to break. When we come back here, we'll get into some of the Michigan versus Alabama matchup, of course, and then we'll give our game predictions at 9:30. Why not?